Welcome to another episode on my Arduino Mega2560 in combination with Arduino Uno combined, connected through SPI, serial peripheral interface, using fischertechnik motors to with Mechatronics to catch some signals and to motor with propellers. And if you have watched this series of videos previously, then you know this oscilloscope as well, which catches the SPI signals once in a while. There it goes. Last time I finally got this motor back to running, although not in the way that I intended and anticipated. I drew schematics, and one page further, this is the schematics currently present on the Arduino Mega2560. Different from last time is that I now have replaced the USA symbols for resistor into the international ones. For the rest, everything is the same, for one exception. I found that I had misnumbered some resistors, and in order to avoid renumbering everything, I made a double R2 into 1A, since it is in the same circuit. Then here are the four lines for the SPI towards the Uno, and here I have now made a sketch to the Uno. These are the recipients, and then here a potmeter which is supposed to enter some data, and then driving from port 7 transistor with motor with an LED to show there is some there is some voltage and current over the circuit, and here to prove that indeed there is a signal on this LED. Where does it go wrong? Right here. The problem is that no, the other way around. The problem is that these potmeters have a capacity into mega ohms. This potmeter into kilo ohms, and that makes a big difference. So right now the motor runs because it is simply on this point connected to the ground instead of to the collector of the transistor. You know, base emitter collector in a NPN transistor. And to keep it running, well, to make it running, I connected this last time to the ground. Well, yeah, it has to run, but somehow this doesn't make sense, and this makes sense now, but despite this LED burning, something is wrong here, but I can't put my finger on it yet. So where to go next? Find out why this won't run. Why this connection won't run when it is connected to the transistor. That's up next. Okay, once again an effort to get the circuit working. So now I replaced the wire from this motor to the ground to the transistor. So in schematics, this wire is no longer now to the ground, but really to the collector. And as you can see, it's not working. Apart from that, I replaced the transistor. This is the former transistor, and a similar one is now in the circuit. Still does not work. Well, this LED, which is this LED too, very clearly does work. So now to the Uno. It has to read analog pin 1A potmeter value, and the big question is, what does it do? Because I can of course make here a large value, but that is obviously not my intention. So let me select the correct board, Uno, and the port, Uno, then serial monitor, 22 and 177. Well, and then coming back to the other problem, the value of this potmeter, which is way too low. So can I get a larger value? It's 85 now. Turn the other way around. It's 126. It doesn't get any higher, and it really has to get very high. And how high it should get I can show here. So let me select the Mega2560 and once again the port, then serial monitor, and then we'll have to wait a bit. And something in this range, then it works steadily. So I'm not even close to the value I need. Yeah, well, it's not always the same value, but not even, it's way higher than this side. So I could do one thing. Take one potmeter, this one, oops, where's the cam? Here's the camera. This one, and see how this works out. So I have replaced the potmeter, and it is time to find out if that has helped anything at all. So far the motor doesn't run yet, but I'm curious about the potmeter values, which is currently 152. So turning it the other way around, 999 or 909. Well, that is a lot better. 950. It is a lot better. A lot better than this one. So that's at least a mega ohm, I should say. But it doesn't run yet. So let me take a look at any predefined values. This is just that. Out pin 7 to 56. And it gets from pin 7, so okay, that is confusing. I want pin 7 not to have one predefined value. I want it out value. Yes, that's it. I need out value. Those settings are correct, so I can write right now. Done uploading. So now the transistor gets the value that actually is delivered by the potmeter, and not a predefined one. But does it differ? Does it really matter? Except that the LED is shining as bright as ever. What is output value? Still 224. Alright, what is output value then on the other side? Interesting. What is output value? And once again, selecting the other. Serial monitor. is this the output value? 248, I think. So that's about the same. Potmeter and output value, yeah, 243. Yeah, well, 226. It may matter, the difference of 20. It could matter, but I can't turn this one further up. But it already makes a huge difference. Although, yeah, the value changes a bit. But what I like, what I want, is not changing. Something I do not like. So, what next? I'll let the motor be for now. Another thing is that this motor, or actually the switch connected to the motor, this one, and activated by the motor, is supposed to give a signal to sensor value, to input actually analog in pin A0, and that is going with a wire here, reading A0, and that is, strangely enough, some analog value. Right now it should be low because it is a digital switch. It doesn't work, so somehow an analog value, as I said, but it is the intention that it will give the value that I made a long time ago, going somewhere SPI test. That is the value it should give. However, that is being done with this routine, and I want it to be done when the value is right, when the sensor value is right. So what I'm going to do now is upload this with this piece of code, which is the same as here, except for an added 0 print line, so I know that it is inside this process it routine, or if statement actually. And then watch the monitor, this one, for a nice value. Sensor value unknown. Oh, that's a nice one. Anyway, there goes. Done uploading. Auto scroll. And now the point is the sensor value under 0? Yes, it is. So if process it. Oh, nice. I should actually have said what is process. Print the value of process. because then I will know and it can be true or false, not printf. That is, printf is in itself alright, but not in AVRC, not in this context. So if I know process it, then I know if it will go in here, because so far I don't see it, so I suspect it is false. And the way this is written, if process it is true, then it will do it. So I suspect this will be false. Let's see. Missing terminating character. Yes. Correct. So let's see. Process it is 0. Correct. Alright. My suspicion is true. So process it is false, stays false, and it receives, but only if process is true, then other things happen. So I need to find out how to get it back somehow. And then it turns out patience is some kind of a virtue, because reading the values in the monitor, it turns out to work. Not all the time, but it does work. So let's just see how often that it will be. See, and then it is nice to actually get this. And yes, at the same time as SPI signal comes, this comes. SPI test, and process it is not 1 at that moment. And here again SPI test. So that is again something different. And also the point is that if the value is 1, then we together with the value being under 0, then I should read that message. And so far I have seen it only once. So that will be really a challenge to see it actually happen. Yeah, process it and SPI test again. Process it is 1. So then it goes into that value, and otherwise it just prints it. And now the challenge is, of course, to only use this one, not this one, so that when the value, sensor value is below 100, for now, to print it, and then on the other side do something with it. But that is for next time. So right now I know it works. which is very nice. Although it doesn't work as I intend, because this doesn't work yet for some reason, but anyway, thank you for watching. So what did I do? Once again, change some code, change another transistor without any without any result. I did rewire and replace this potmeter. I also changed the schematics. And to be adapted, some code. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like the video, give it thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like. Follow me on Instagram and like. Please donate to keep the videos coming your way. It is very much appreciated. For more information, see my website. And this is of course to be continued. Bye bye.